Good afternoon, everyone. First, I will tell you the syllabus of your biology. Shubho Vijaya, everyone. The Unit 6, Unit 7 and Unit 8. These three parts of your book is coming on your upcoming examination. Okay. So from the 6th chapter, you know that there is 3 chapters. Sexual reproduction in flowering plants, human reproduction and reproductive health. The first chapter is deleted. Reproduction is organism, not coming in your exam. Unit 7, 2 chapters, principle of inheritance and variation and 2 molecular basis of inheritance. These 2 chapters. And 8, biology in human welfare, that is human health and disease and microbes in human welfare. Okay, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 7 chapters will coming in your examination. Okay, this one is your syllabus for your upcoming examination. That is Unit 6. Chapter 1, that is sexual reproduction in flowering plant. This one 1, 2, human reproduction. Number 3, that is reproductive health. So these 3 chapters from the chapter 1, okay, from chapter Unit 6. Now from the Unit 7, the first chapter, principles of inheritance and variation. Number 2, molecular basis of inheritance. Okay, these 2 chapters from chapter 7, Unit 7, principle of inheritance and variation and molecular basis of inheritance. And chapter 8 and Unit 8, sorry, Unit 8, chapter 1, human health and disease. Number 2, microbes in human welfare. Okay, these are your syllabus for your upcoming exam. Question marks may be for 1 marks, that is MCQ pattern, and 50 marks question. Okay, 50 marks examination, very short type question or MCQ pattern question will coming from this chapter. So don't worry about that. Read your book very carefully. We can get all answers from your book. Okay, and this is your examination syllabus. Okay, so we have completed up to the biotechnology. DNA satellite. Human Genome Project we have completed. DNA fingerprinting. Human health and disease, sorry, biotechnology and its application. Yes, only 1 marks question will come. Okay, so we will start from the biotechnology chapter, principle and processes. Okay, chapter 11, biotechnology. So biotechnology deals with the technique of using living organism or enzyme from organism to produce products and processes useful to humans. Actually, the technically using of the living organisms for the human welfare being or produce of the new animals, these things are included inside the biotechnology. Okay. So deals with the technique. What is biotechnology? Deals with the technique of using living organisms or enzymes from organisms. Okay, either they use the organism or the organism that is made enzymes that is made from the organisms to produce product and processes useful to humans. Okay. In this sense, making curd, bread, wine, which are microbes mediated process, could also be thought as a form of biotechnology. So the other processing food, because the product and processes are made by the biotechnology, so the processed food are the results of the product of the biotechnology. However, it is restricted since today to refer such those processes which use genetically modified organisms to achieve the same are also included under biotechnology. For example, in vitro fertilization leading to a test tube baby, a synthesis a gene and using it, developing a DNA vaccine or corrective a defective genes, all are parts of the biotechnology. So the genetically engineering that is related to the test tube baby, the formation of the DNA fingerprinting, you can also say that DNA vaccination, correcting there is any genetical default is occurs, the some person suffer from some genetic disorder, that is also maybe technically you can correct by the using of the biotechnology. The European Federation of Biotechnology has given a definition of biotechnology that encompasses both traditional view and modern molecular biotechnology. The definition given by EFB as follows. What is the definition of EFB as biotechnology? The integration of natural science and organism, cells, parts, theory and molecular analogs for products and services. You can say that also, and you can also say that biotechnology that is the deals with the technology of using the process or the technology of using the living organisms or the enzymes produced by the organism to produce or process use products for the human beings. Okay, humans welfare, that is biotechnology. Principle of biotechnology, there is some principle, how do they process, how do they use this technology in the human welfare being. Among many two core technique that is enables both but modern biotechnology, genetic engineering technique to alter the chemistry or genetic material. Genetic materials, we know that DNA or RNA, to introduce these into the host organism and thus change the phenotype of the host organisms. Okay, so genetic engineering means you use some new parts of the genetic parts, that is DNA or RNA, inside the host's body, and then there are some genetic parts must be changed. So this is the included in the genetic engineering. And maintenance of sterile ambience in chemical engineering process to enable growth of only the desired microbes of eukaryotic cell in large quantities for the manufacture of biotechnological products like antibiotics, vaccines and enzymes. So two principle, first one genetic engineering, second one chemical engineering. Genetic engineering means you can change the genetic structure of the host cell by introduce or injected new DNA or RNA form inside the host cell. Another one is the chemical engineering. It can make the sterile animals, that is they cannot reproduce. You can only produce your desired animals. Okay, for the vaccine, for human welfare being vaccine, penicillin, they you can form them. Culture of the microbes, these are included inside the biotechnology. Let us now understand the concept of development of the principles of genetic engineering. You probably appreciated the advantages or opportunities for the variation and formulation of unique combination of genetic setup, some of which may be beneficial to organism as well as population. Asexual reproduction preserves the genetic information, while sexual reproduction permits variation. Obviously, asexual reproduction means you know that cloning. They form as same as their parents, so they reserve the genetic information same. The parents contain which material, the children also contain same material. But in the case of the sexual reproduction, you know that there is recombination occurs, variation, so that's why occurs. Traditional hybridization process used in the plants and animal breeding very often lead to the inclusion and multiplication of the animal breeding. Very often lead to inclusion multiple undesirable genes along with the desired genes. This technique of genetic engineering, which includes certain of recombinant DNA, use of gene clone and gene transfer, overcome this limitation and allows us to isolate and introduce only one or set of desirable genes without introducing undesirable genes into the target organism. So you can use this recombinant DNA technology to produce the desirable amounts of the things. You can know that hybridization means you can produce the plants or animals according to your choice. You can get the stem part of a superior plants, and you can also another parts of the, that is the upper parts of the another plants which get the good yield. So when you both mixes them, so the plants also stay longer for the time, because the stem part is the great, there is no severe affected by different types of disease proof plants parts, and the great yield, they also give the great amounts of the desired fruits, flowers, what you can do. And you can get the animals like different type, you can say jersey cow, this type of animals. They can produce the animals which can give the meat also, which can give the egg also. You can produce the poultry, they can give the meat also, they can give the desired amount of egg also. When you produce the cow, they are also laborious, you can work them, by the help of you can work them, and you can give the desired amount of the milk. Okay, so you can mixing the desired amount, that's maybe one gene, that's maybe more than one genes. You can get the desired plants or animals by the using of this recombinant technology. Okay, that is hybridization. Do you know that like fate of a piece of DNA which is somehow transferred into an alien organism, most likely the piece of DNA would not able to multiply itself in the progeny cell of the organisms, but when it gets integrated into the genome of the recipient, that may be multiply and be inherited along with the host DNA. This is because the alien piece of the DNA, alien piece means foreign, which people we can call alien, that is coming from the another planets. Okay, so alien means they are not friendly to us, they are foreigner to us. Okay, so alien new genes, the alien pieces of the genes DNA has become a part of chromosome which has ability to replicate. So when you introduce the alien pieces, the foreigner DNA in your chromosome, because you can remove the original DNA, that's maybe not your desirable part. So that's why when you introduce the desired DNA inside the chromosome, that is mixes with the DNA, and they can also just behave like normal, they can replicate it, they can do their own functions. You give the satisfied result. Okay, you can get the but when we get integrated into the genome of the recipient, it multiply and inherited along with the host DNA. This is because the alien pieces of DNA has become a part of chromosome which has ability to replicate. In chromosome, there is a specific DNA sequence called the origin of replication, OR. Okay, what is origin of replication DNA? That in chromosome there is a specific DNA sequence called the origin of replication, which is responsible for initiating replication. Okay, so what is origin of replication? The part of the DNA which present in the chromosome that initiates the replication, that is called origin of replication. Whether for the multiplication of any other alien piece of DNA in an organism, it needs to be a part of chromosome which has a specific sequence known as origin of replication. Thus, an alien DNA is linked with the origin of replication so that alien piece of DNA can replicate and multiply itself in the host organism. This can be called cloning or making multiple identical copies of the any template DNA. So that's maybe original DNA, that's maybe alien DNA. When you introduce the alien DNA to the chromosome, that is also multiply, that is also produce its own form. So that is the cloning of DNA. Clone means formation of the twins, just same as their mothers and fathers. Okay, let us now focus on the first instance for the conservation of an artificial recombinant DNA technology. The construction of the first recombinant DNA emerged from the possibility of linking the gene encoding antibiotic resistance with the native plasmids. What is plasmid? Autonomously replicating circular extra chromosomal DNA. Okay, so plasmids just circular chromosomal DNA that have the ability to automatically replicate. That is called part of DNA that can automatically replicate circular in structure, that is called plasmid. In Salmonella typhimurium, mostly use Salmonella. Okay, Salendly Cohen and Herbert Boyer accomplished in 1972 by isolating the antibiotic resistant genes by cutting out the piece of DNA from a plasmid, which has responsible for conferring antibiotic resistance. The cutting of DNA at specific location become possible with the discovery of so-called molecular scissors, that is restriction enzymes. Okay, DNA restriction enzyme, DNA, there is an restriction enzyme present, that is called scissor, because it cut the DNA at the desirable size from where they can start to replicate. Any part you can cut down, they can replicate, not so cut. There is the enzyme is present, that is called molecular scissor. Molecular means it cut the scissor, you know that cutting that molecular part, so that's why it is called molecular DNA restriction enzyme. The cut piece of DNA was linked to the plasmid DNA. Then this cut piece of DNA that is linked to this plasmid DNA. This plasmid DNA act as the vector transfer the piece of DNA attached to it. You probably know that mosquito act as insect vector to transfer the malarial parasite into the human body. In the same way, a plasmid can used as the vector to deliver an alien piece of DNA into the host organism. So you can inject the DNA that can introduce in our never. That is mixing with the plasmid DNA, small part of the circular DNA which has automatically replicated. This DNA contains the aliens or foreigner DNA, then it introduced inside the host DNA. Okay, it linking the antibiotic resistance gene with the plasmid vector become possible with the enzyme DNA ligase and act as an the DNA molecule and joins their ends. This making a new combination of circular autonomically replicating DNA created into the in vitro and known as the recombinant DNA. When this DNA is transferred into the Escherichia coli, actually Escherichia coli is the mostly abundant and it is used in the lab. So when this DNA is into the Escherichia coli, a bacteria closely related to Salmonella, it could replicate using the host DNA polymerase enzyme and make multiple copies. The ability to multiply copies of antibiotic resistant genes E. coli is called cloning of antibiotic resistance genes of the E. coli. So Salmonella and E. coli, these bacteria are used for this recombinant DNA technology. When you introduce the alien's DNA by the help of the plasmids and introduce into the host cell, then they replicating itself by the help of the DNA polymerase enzymes, okay, and they produce their own DNA. You can hence infer that there is the 3 basic steps in genetically modifying organism. So what is the 3 basic steps of the genetically modifying an organism? Identification of DNA with the desirable. Not each DNA will be separate. So identify the correct DNA for that genes. Introduce the identified DNA into the host and maintenance of introduced DNA in the host and transfer the DNA to the progeny. First identify, then matching with the host, then introduce into the progeny. Tools for recombinant DNA technology. What is needed? What is required for the recombinant DNA technology? Now we know from the foregoing discussion that genetic engineering or recombinant DNA technology can be accomplished only if we have the key tools: restriction enzyme, polymerase enzyme, ligase, vectors and the host organisms. Let us try to understand some of this in the detail. So first one, restriction enzyme. First, cut down the parts of the DNA. In the year 1963, 2 enzymes responsible for the restricting the growth of the bacteriophage, the Escherichia coli, was isolated. In this added methyl groups of DNA, the other cut DNA. The latter was called restriction endonuclease. So what is the restriction enzyme? Restriction endonuclease, that is called molecular scissors. We cut down the DNA. The first restriction endonuclease into that is what is restriction endonuclease? Hint 2. First, hint 2 restriction endonuclease, whose functioning depend on a specific DNA nucleotide sequence, was isolated and characterized 5 years later. It was found that hint 2 always cut DNA molecules as a particular point of recognizing a specific sequence of the 6 base pair. So when 6 base pair, after that it is cutting, okay, and next 6 base pair it is start to cut. This specific base sequence is known as the recognition sequence. Hint 2. Beside hint 2, today we know more than 900 restriction enzymes have been isolated from 2-3 strains of bacteria, each of which recognize different recognition sequence. So first restriction endonuclease is hint 2 is the first. After that, from 230 types, different types of bacteria are present. So from their body you can get more than 900 restriction enzymes. The conversion of the naming these enzymes, the first letter of the name comes of the genes and second letter comes from the pieces of the prokaryote. So restriction endonuclease, this type of enzymes names give first letter from the name, that is comes from the gene, and second letter from which organisms it is taken, okay. Ri comes from Escherichia coli RY, okay. So first one from the Escherichia coli eco and RY gene Ri come in eco Ri. The letter R is derived from the name of the strain. Roman number following the name indicate order in which the enzymes are isolated. So first R1 means first R2, R3, this type of. Restriction enzyme belong to large class of enzyme called nuclease. These are two kinds, exonuclease and endonuclease, okay. So restriction enzyme two types, endonuclease and exonuclease. And exonuclease remove nucleotide from the end of DNA, whereas endonuclease may cut specific position with the DNA, okay. So nucleotide, so endonuclease, that is exo means outer side. So first nucleus, if you cannot remove the nucleotides, how could you cut down? So first nucleotide removed by the exonuclease, and after that endonuclease, after the 6 base pair or 10 base pair it is cutting, okay. Each restriction endonuclease functions by inspecting the length of the DNA sequence. Once it finds its specific recognition sequence, it will bind to the DNA and cut each of the 2 strands of the double helix. So first is bind with the DNA, then it similarly cut the 2 strands of the DNA and specific points of the sugar phosphate backbones. Each restriction endonuclease recognize a specific palindromic nucleotide sequence in DNA, okay. Do you know the palindrome? What is palindromes? Palindromes, that is the groups of the letters from the same words are read both forward and backward. So palindromes means from the starting which letter is present, from the ending that letter is present. That is Malayalam. That is called Malayalam. It means you can get the same base pair from the starting in the DNA. You can get the same base pair in the ending from the DNA. That is called palindromic. Okay, you can see that these are the same, okay, from the starting and from the ending. The against the word, a palindrome where the same word is read in the both direction. The palindrome in DNA sequence, the base pair reads on the same two strands when the orientation reading is kept for the same. From 5 prime to 3 prime and 3 prime to 5 prime, that is same word you can read them. That is called palindrome syndrome. GAATTC-CTTAAG, okay, same things. Restriction enzymes cut the strands of DNA a little away from the center of the palindrome sites between the same of the two bases in the opposite strands. This leaves single strand portion at the ends. There are overhanging stretch called sticky ends and each strand. So at the ends, there is strands and there is some sticky ends, some ribonucleotides, some nucleotides may be attached with that part. These are named because that is hydrogen bonds with their complementary cut counterpart. This thickness of the end facilitates the action of the enzyme DNA ligase. Restriction endonucleases are used in genetic engineering to form recombinant nuclear molecules of DNA, which are composed of DNA from different source or genomes. When cut by the same restriction enzyme, the resultant DNA fragments have the same kind of sticky ends and thus can be joined together using DNA ligase. So when the two sides, these sides also have the sticky ends and these types also have the sticky ends. So you can join them, both the sticky ends joins, okay. And which enzymes help? DNA ligase, okay. DNA endonuclease cut down, ligase joint. You may have realized normally unless one cuts vector and source of DNA the same restriction enzyme, the recombinant vector molecule cannot be created, okay. So this is up to for the today. Next day we will discuss the separation and isolation of the DNA fragments, okay. Bye everyone. Read the first. No need to worry about this chapter, just read the 6, 7 and 8 unit, okay.